There is a mental exercise that makes you completely immune to bad news, unexpected setbacks, and disappointing outcomes. This technique eliminates the shock, panic, and despair that typically accompany negative events by preparing your psychological immune system in advance. When you master this practice, nothing can catch you off guard or disturb your inner equilibrium, because your mind is ready for anything that could possibly occur. The ancient Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, and they used it daily to maintain unshakable composure during the most turbulent periods of human history. Today, I will teach you exactly how to use this mental exercise to become psychologically unbreakable. Most people avoid thinking about potential problems because they believe it creates negative energy or attracts unfortunate events. But this avoidance leaves them psychologically unprepared when difficulties inevitably arise. Their minds are shocked by unexpected challenges, leading to poor decisions, emotional overwhelm, and prolonged suffering. What if you could train your mind to handle any bad news with the calm confidence of someone who has already considered every possibility? Stay with me, because this exercise will transform your relationship with uncertainty and give you unshakable peace of mind. The technique works by systematically imagining potential challenges in vivid detail, then rehearsing calm, strategic responses to each scenario. This mental rehearsal creates neural pathways that activate automatically when real problems occur, allowing you to respond with wisdom instead of react with panic. Your brain treats these visualized experiences as real memories, so when similar situations arise in reality, you respond with the competence of someone who has handled these challenges many times before. Marcus Aurelius practiced this every morning, writing in his journal about potential difficulties he might face that day, and how he would maintain his principles regardless of what occurred. This preparation allowed him to lead effectively through plagues, wars, and political turmoil, while maintaining inner peace and clear judgment. The complete exercise has 4 phases that build comprehensive psychological immunity. Phase 1 involves identifying potential challenges across different areas of your life: health, relationships, career, finances, and personal goals. Phase 2 requires detailed visualization, where you imagine these events occurring with full sensory detail and emotional reality. Phase 3 focuses on response rehearsal, where you practice maintaining composure and making strategic decisions despite the challenge. Phase 4 integrates acceptance and action planning, where you develop specific strategies while accepting that some difficulties are beyond your direct control. Let me walk you through a specific example. Imagine receiving news that you have lost a significant amount of money due to market changes or unexpected expenses. Most people would experience shock, panic, and despair. But if you have practiced premeditatio malorum, you would have already imagined this scenario and rehearsed your response. You would feel the initial disappointment but quickly shift into strategic thinking about expense reduction, income increase opportunities, and lessons learned for future financial decisions. The emotional impact would be minimal because you have already processed these emotions during visualization and developed practical response plans. The same principle applies to health diagnoses, relationship endings, career setbacks, family emergencies, or any other potential challenge. By rehearsing your response in advance, you transform potentially devastating events into manageable problems with clear action steps. I have taught this technique to individuals facing cancer diagnoses, entrepreneurs risking business failure, parents with troubled children, and people navigating major life transitions. The results are consistently remarkable because mental preparation creates real psychological strength that transfers directly to actual challenging situations. Think about the potential bad news or setbacks that you most fear receiving. What would happen if you spent time mentally preparing for these possibilities instead of avoiding them? How much more confident would you feel about your ability to handle whatever life brings? The ancient Stoics understood that we suffer more in imagination than reality, but they used imagination strategically to reduce suffering rather than increase it. When you are prepared for difficulties, they lose their power to shock, overwhelm, or derail your progress toward important goals. Tomorrow, choose one potential challenge that you have been avoiding thinking about and spend 20 minutes practicing the four-phase exercise. Notice how this preparation affects your anxiety about that area of uncertainty and increases your confidence in your ability to handle whatever occurs. Your mind will thank you for the training when challenges actually arise. If this approach to psychological preparation and mental immunity interests you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Next week, I will share the specific techniques used by emergency responders and military personnel to maintain peak performance during crisis situations when others become overwhelmed by stress and uncertainty. Comment prepared for anything below if you are ready to stop being vulnerable to unexpected bad news and start building psychological immunity that makes you unshakable regardless of what challenges life presents.